Second last game for today, for the weekend, between the Queensland Thunderbirds and the New South Wales Blue Bottles, covering off activities for our weekend, getting an extra game in for everyone. This is now the second place team and the fourth place team having a playoff game. No impact to the tournament. The tournament's already decided. Yeah, let's see what happens. Immediate brooms down. I didn't catch that. Did you catch that?
No, I've got no idea.
Why was there a brooms down?
Giacomo Abuba is being sent back to hoops, and Josh Lindley has the quaffle.
Sure. Anyways.
Sounds great.
Excellent. Queensland with the starting line, Josh Lindley, Kim Parry, Caitlin, Ryan, with... Is Liz beating? Liz is beating.
Liz Schultz
beating. Oh! Floating shot, no in. Interesting change up. So they've got Liz Schultz beating, and they've got Sam Tanner beating, who's been beating all the time. And then Blue Bottles on the flip side have got Giacomo with Chloe. Is that Amy? And Carl, who's been their gun seeker for the weekend, starting chaser. A bit of a change up as well from their end. And then Oliver Dinner and
Ryan Shields.
Ryan Shields. Oh, there he is. I completely didn't see him in the back.
Oh, good beat there by Liz Schultz.
They've covered defense pretty well there. They've covered that shot that comes around from the back. Giacomo taking a little bit more time than I would
good
say
block
should.
there by Ollie Dinner. Chloe Kneebone with the quaffle looking to make inroads. She's got Josh Lindley ahead of her.
Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful
Great shot right over the top of the defense. That's 1-0 to the Blue Bottles now. Bludgers are all on the floor. I think that was the beater interaction in the corner just in front of the Blue Bottles sub box. The Bludgers should go to... Oh, I thought it was going to go to the Queensland players.
Oh, well.
He's beat. He's beat. Okay, that makes sense. Queensland coming down. They've got one bludger, but there's the other one's right behind. It's coming in from back. Liz has it covered. Great deflect there by Ollie. Oh, long shot.
Unfortunately misses there by Josh Lindley. He's known for those. Josh rips a few shots each game.
100%. And if you're not covering that, he will take it. What are you expecting from this game from both teams? Do you reckon they're just going to have fun, or do you reckon one of them's like, is Queensland going to really try and go, I need to win one game?
I think Queensland absolutely wants to win this game. They were when we suggested, why don't you play the Bottles instead of playing the Lead Beaters again, because we've played that twice today. We don't need to do it again, like we've already got a result. They said they absolutely wanted to play the Bottles. They thought that would be really fun. So, yeah, I think Queensland really... Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's going to be...
It's probably going to be a card for taking out the hoop for Giacomo Abuba. I don't think it was totally intentional, but Kim Parry was in a position to score there, and the hoop just disappeared.
Yeah, it was a clear goal if the hoop had been completely dislodged. Well, I guess it's still attached, but it's just fallen to the side. But yeah, on the flip side, though, the Blue Bottles, they've
no call on the play.
Really? Okay. General warning.
Love good general warning.
Exactly. So, warning to the entire team, basically, to not take hoops down for no reason. On the flip side, though, the Blue Bottles, they've had two games where they've, not been the greatest of games for them. They've had a few... Oh, was that a block?
Yeah, great block there by Josh Lindley through the hoop. Oh, good interception there by Ryan, and Chloe messed it up. Good tackle by Josh Lindley. And I think that's going to be a behind contact from Josh Lindley there while he was moving. Really unfortunate. Looked pretty good, looked pretty scrappy, but...
Yep.
Oh, well. So Josh has to switch headbands. The keeper must always remain on the field at one time, so Josh needs to be a chaser now. And he is going to the box for 1 minute or until the Blue Bottles score.
Caitlin's taken on keeper duties. Again, Caitlin, a very capable keeper, especially for her club team. She also I think she has kept in the past for Queensland. She hasn't done much of it this weekend. Chloe, using the reset to basically move back to the closest line, give herself a little bit more time to come in, set up an offense properly instead of just rushing it. Ryan has cleared up the bludgers. Shots come in. No good. Oh, Carl nearly picked it up. Has tapped it away. Giacomo's been beat. Liz Schultz, great clean up there. Queensland, if they're smart, will just take it a little bit slower, get bludger control back, and potentially give Lindley some time to come back into the game.
Liz Schultz doing a really nice job beating. To my knowledge, Liz doesn't beat. She recently chased at Nations Cup. She chased at Midwinter for her club team, Gorgon's Quad Ball Club. So yeah, this is really interesting.
This is, yeah. I mean, I've heard, she's told me in the past that she wants to do it, but I don't think she's ever had a chance to do it. But maybe she's been training for it at Gorgon's. We don't know what happens up in Queensland. Ooh, shots coming in. Oh, great block there. Oh, ball's still in the air. Oh,
so unlucky. Good beat there by Ryan Shields.
Fast drive's on though. Giacomo's coming in. Kim has kept up. That's great work there by the setting up the defense, making sure that Giacomo just can't run through. Is that in? No goal? Goal? There's one ref saying no goal.
I'm not sure. Being a goal ref is not my forte.
There's at least, I think it has been called good. So that's 2-0 to 2-0 to Blue Bottle, sorry.
I thought it was 2-0, but the score has 10-0. And the score online also has 10-0.
It'll change soon, surely. There we go.
Yep, so they've changed it to 20, but the score online still says 10.
We'll change it up in a second. Surely, someone will get up to it. We've got experts here, I think.
We know what the score is. As long as we're keeping track, it doesn't matter.
Chloe Kneebone going up to point. Queensland has a few subs going on. I don't think Blue Bottles have not subbed out anyone. Fast break is on. Giacomo all by himself. Chris Peak, ooh, had a few jets go. Ooh. So I think they swapped out Aisha, who's been beating the entire weekend, into chasing. So
yeah, that's what it looks like.
So Karolik's gone into chasing, and Liz Schultz has moved into beating. Karolik has chased before, is a proper utility, I think. Is capable of doing both to a high level. Chris Peak's got to come on for Lindley. No subs still for Blue Bottles as far as I can tell.
Oh, good pass there. Good tackle from
Good tackle there from Carl. But Chris Peak has cleaned up, gets a pass off straight to Chloe though. Chloe stepping around one, gets through Carl, passes off the ball to Giacomo. Giacomo cleans up again to Carl. Goal! Great hustle, great shuffle passes as they're getting beat or as they're getting tackled there by Blue Bottles. That was great work there.
Have they got a chant for Carl?
I think they've got a chant for everyone. I have no idea.
Okay, that's cute.
They've got a chant. I think they've got a chant for pretty much everyone. My favorite one is still the one for H, which is give us an H. H. Oh. What does it spell?
H.
H.
Okay, love that.
But yeah, they've got a chant for I think pretty much every single player as far as I can tell. Following in the rich tradition of the Drop Bears, the Blue Bottles have adapted on.
Oh, shot there from Giacomo.
Clinical shot there from Giacomo. Classic, really. He's making that shot his own. And there, finally, we're seeing some subs happening. JV is on, and Logan's come on to Cape.
Chris Peak really needs to pass it here.
He's got the ball out.
Please pass.
There's another pass there, but Logan's wrapped up the ball properly now. I don't think that's nobody's taking that off Logan now.
It's not going anywhere.
And
Queensland
JV,
really needed to pass that earlier.
JV's come in and cleaned up all the chases. Queensland has been lucky though that Blue Bottles have not decided to fast break on that. I mean, I guess they did have 2 bludger defense, but there was no chases back because everyone was wrapped up in that ball. And now Mayu and Charlotte have also stepped on, with Georgia and JV beating. Carl is still on. Maybe Carl's making up for the entire weekend of not chasing. He's just not going to sub off.
Yeah, I noticed that. Carl has notoriously been the best, probably one of the best seekers in the competition this weekend, playing for Blue Bottles, getting a number of clutch catches.
He's just gonna keep chasing. He's got energy. He's only been on for like 30 seconds at a time because he comes in, catches, and wins.
Yeah, very true. Big pass over the top. Good beat there by Ben Hallen. And Chris Peak to recover that ball. Nice defense there from Queensland.
Another rotation of subs going through. They've basically swapped out the entire... No, they have swapped out the entire line. Caitlin is back on. Kim's back on. With Sam Chittenden and Wallace. On the beating side, it's Nilla
and Ethan Sonoya.
Let's see, can they go around the wings? They've overloaded the right side. Pass behind hoops to Wallace.
Oh, lovely
great pass. Whoa, great work there by Logan. Puts his hands on, make sure the ball pops out, and clean up there by the Blue Bottle chasers to make sure that they're the first on the ground. That's been key for them the entire weekend. I think they have been the team that's always the first on the ground.
Yeah,
has probably won them the 2 games, the one game against Queensland yesterday and the one game against you guys this morning at Vic was just they're the first on the ground to the ball. They had no business winning some of that. Oh, what a shot
there from Alex Butler.
Alex being a menace as always. Getting in the wing. Oh, intercept!
Nice
Mayu right in the right spot. Gets both hands on.
That's Mayu. Yeah, that's cute.
All right, now it's a bit more of a set defense coming through, but they don't have possession of bludgers, so they're playing that tree defense. Really, that's been their trademark for the entire weekend. Attempted beat at a keeper there. Oh,
nice
the
little
spin off.
Spin there from
Charlotte's still
Lynn.
going on nearly, but a pass has.
Oh, good beating there from Kaylee Turner. That
Logan's
really
got the
should have
ball,
turned
pass.
to Queensland, but
the ball has come out to Alex Butler. Queensland has managed to clean up and get bludger control back in that play though. I wonder if they've smart work there by Blue Balls at least to like take a breath, let all of their players who were beat out of the play come back in. Logan taking on from the right wing. I think Charlotte's going to go around for the long pass around, going back to the right wing. I think Logan coming around, another pass there. Oh, dodge bait.
Huge miss there.
Another miss. Good screen there by Mayu. She's open. But a foul call has been gone. I think it's gone against New South Wales for the screen. Oh, she wrapped it. What?
Oh, accidents happen. So that is a yellow card to Mayu Kawaguchi, and she will be in the box for 1 minute until Queensland score. And that turns the quaffle over as well.
Yeah. That's really unfortunate. I think Charlotte was in for a goal there. I genuinely thought it was just a screen, but I think Mayu went in for a wrap a bit too keen. Kim steps one, gets around Alex. Oh, the pass! Just behind Wallace and just too far in front of Caitlin. Wallace passes it back. Hands. Logan has cleaned up behind. There's just a bit too much contact, and I think Caitlin was just not quite ready for the pace on that pass from Wallace.
Unfortunately,
it was a bit low. It was a bit low as well. Like it wasn't
looking really good for Queensland there.
They had a very good shot at it. I think now Blue Bottles can take up some of that time, move the ball around just enough to keep it looking like they're still trying to score a goal, and get Mayu back into the play, and effectively,
Oh, lovely beating there from Kaylee Turner.
Avoid the entire man.
New South Wales Blue Bottles have
long shot coming in, but
beaters.
Very high
that's
shot.
A well-deserving brooms down. Poor Michelle Duke has to run. Our goal referee has to run for that quaffle, which is all the way on the other side of the football field.
Oh, she's fine. She's used to running. Come on.
Yeah.
She's one of the fittest people we know.
Yeah, she does play big minutes of like every sport she plays,
Exactly.
and there is like 10 of them.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's going on later to play another sport tonight.
Oh, I think
and then come to the social. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely. I think she shrugged off touch rugby to be here this weekend, which is really nice.
What a sacrifice. Oh, Sam Chittenden going all the way in. No goal. Great
unlucky
defense. Great defense there. Like, just to wrap up was enough to make sure that he hits the T-bar instead. Sam Chittenden trying to do a namesake of Sam Chittenden and trying to drive through a couple of people.
It's just so unfortunate. It kind of hit the pole
Yeah.
of the hoop and just didn't bounce in. Sometimes that happens. It just sucks. You tell your players, put your hand through the hoop with the ball to be safe.
Exactly.
But it's not always possible.
It's just, it's just giving me Miles Newton flashbacks.
Yep.
Just for a very old throwback joke, just to age myself a little bit.
Great defense there from Queensland. Wallace Turner picking up the quaffle pass off to Kim Parry, and he's subbing for Josh Lindley.
Liz Schultz now back into chasing after having a first stint of beating. Josh Lindley's back in.
Yep, and we've got Aisha Karalik back into beating.
So I think Queensland has gone, we'll have a little bit of fun team, and now they're going, okay, guys, let's actually win.
Yeah, I think Queensland haven't...
they haven't scored yet. It's 50-0. And immediately...
Oh, beautiful.
Immediately. And as you can tell, Aisha Karalik coming straight in, they've got bladder control back, and they've scored a goal. This is what it's about. I don't think like the altered starting unit did a poor job, but you can tell the quality.
Oh yeah, it's really like it is hard when you've been playing a tournament in one position the whole tournament to change positions
for like 2 runs.
Yeah, like you just get so used to being like, I'm going to pick up a bludger.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, I have a white or a green headband on. I need to pick up the quaffle. And it's just like such a difference.
Yeah. Chris Collins has stepped on for Logan. Tried to pass off the ball. It got just a little bit too big on that. Another brooms down call just to reset the bludger. I think that had gone well off pitch. It's back in now. I would assume that Sam's going to pass it into Aisha to get the defense set. Blue Bottles now trying to go down the left wing. They've got 2 people behind and 1 up top. I think Ryan missed a beat there. It hits that one. Lindley's up. Pass goes behind. Shots in. Shots good.
Great shot from Chris Collins. That puts our score at 60-10 in favour of Blue Bottles.
Queensland, I think they're in about 14 minutes into the game.
Yep.
Queensland really needs to get 2, maybe 3 goals in to get back into range. Otherwise, this can get well out of hand now. Pass behind, just a bit too loopy from Smugs there. Keeps in play though, so it's still with Queensland. Sam Tanner putting on enough pressure that Vicky did not want to throw that ball at Lindley to make sure that you don't want to lose buzzer control. Stitch on pitch is not far away. Aisha takes the buzzer down but gets beat in the process, so it's quick reset. She's got the legs.
Oh,
shots on, shots in.
Beautiful
Lindley
shot by
gets
Josh
another
Lindley.
goal. 60-20 now, 40-point difference. If Queensland can get a stop here and then score again, it's game on. We saw the reverse of this yesterday in their game at the end of as the last game from yesterday, where Queensland initially had the Jets on, got up to a big lead, and then just couldn't sustain that.
And they lost on a snitch catch. I think the score was 100 Queensland, 120 Blue Bottles.
That sounds about right. Yep. So I wonder if we're up for a reverse of that, if Queensland can manage to pull that off. Blue Bottles, though, have maintained budget control for the vast majority of this game. Aisha's trying to get control back.
They really
interesting wrap-up technique. Oh, was that a goal? Oh my God, what a shot!
Halfway up the field.
It's too easy. That arm is on automatic mode right now.
This game is very interesting in terms of we've got a lot of Aurora Australia's players, but Josh Lindley is the only Australian drop bear on this field.
Yep.
And you can just see that little extra class, that little extra I've really been practicing my shots, I've had a lot of training, really coming out
It's that
in his
repeatability.
performance.
It's that repeatability. He knows that he can do that. He can make it from there, and he will hit 9 out of 10. And there again, Josh Lindley cleaning up, gets control, is in keeper position, so doesn't need to worry about it. Aisha's with the beat there. That should be quickly reset. Come on, quicker. Yeah, here we go. Back in play now. Queensland still without pleasure control though, and it's getting real close to flag runner on field. It might hurt them way more than they can currently think of.
I think Queensland's problem is that their beaters are separating. Like, we've got Sam Tanner right now trying to hassle Ryan Shields, and Ayesha Karalik playing up really high, and they're just not...
Oh, again. Shot again, no good, but there is advantage play.
Yeah, their beaters just need to go together and target one person on the other team and make it a 2-on-1 to, like, ensure you get back that control.
Yeah, they're just a little bit more coordination between the two of them to actually, if they're trying to like go one up, one back, they're going for the same person, or if they're trying to pincer from the sides, whatever their attempt is, they're going for the same person as opposed to just trying to take off both people at the same time. You're not gonna win that scenario in the same sense of, you might score because you've distracted all of the beater players, but you're not gonna get a pleasure back from it.
No, and it is like this Blue Bottles team is a team that will fast break on you, and you absolutely do not want to lose your singular bludger down your offensive end.
Yes, absolutely. They have had a bludger reset though, so they should be able to. Oh no, Blue Bottles have still managed to keep control. Oh, that was good work from the beaters there from Blue Bottles, because they had a bludger turnover and still managed to keep bludger control somehow, just because they stripped one of them. H gets a bit tripped up there back, runs around one defender, still going. Oh, shot straight into Lindley's hands. Both hands up. Oh.
Love a good trade defense.
That was clinical. Lindley's now subbing off. Chris Peak back on. Now got Kim Parry's back on. Liz Schultz still on field.
Schultz putting in some big minutes this game.
Press is coming. Pass goes around. Pass goes behind. Oh, if that catch was clean. But Kim has cleared up. Gets beat though. If that catch was clean though, that was on for a shot. It was a last ditch. It was a last ditch effort. It wasn't any kind of like perfect play, but it's sometimes those things that like you get a goal in, something like that. You need that to win a game sometimes. Ball back up top to Eloise. Back to the left wing. There's a risk of getting pocketed there. Beat there for Chris Collins, so that's out. H right in the front. Another one who can make that shot from keeper zone distance.
But Chris Peak playing a high keeper on point there, and I think they really that was a nice cut off from Kim Parry.
Yeah, Kim Parry was again someone who's just come back from the Aurora's campaign. Was also at that campaign was really good at that cut-off pass where she would jump out exactly at the right time to be able to intercept a slightly loopy or a slightly longer pass than the other team wanted, showing that she's picked that up as a very good skill from that campaign and is still now showing that on this field.
Oh, big tackle there from Chris Collins, and he's going to fast break this, and there is one chaser back but no beaters. That's rough.
They needed a little bit of gang defense there, but Chris Collins with full momentum, that's hard to stop. That's very hard to stop. Scores now up to 80-30. That's back up to a 50-point game.
I think that's still anybody's game.
Yeah, 100%.
I think, unfortunately, the Blue Bottles do have the advantage maybe in the seeker game.
Yes.
Karl Kovic has been very, very strong seeking this weekend.
But Chris Peak has cleaned up. Still playing. There's a chance there. Oh! Beat there. I thought he'd managed to deflect it. Brooms down. Yeah, Karl has been amazing catching it. But, hey, Karl's already played like half this game.
That's very true. Oh, and Bottles are starting Eden Hodge as their seeker, and Thunderbirds are starting Kim Parry as their seeker.
This is an interesting matchup here. Kim, definitely one of the fastest people out here today. In any kind of sprint speed, I do not want to go up against Kim Perry. I will
Absolutely not.
literally take on anyone else.
Yeah, Obel Rennie has been starting for Victoria today, and I've been first sub. And she asked me if I wanted to start, and I said absolutely not.
Look, completely fair.
Starting's scary.
Oh no, like I'm happy to start. I'm just not running up. I'm not running for Koffel, and I'm not running for any of the bludgers. I will happily be one of the other people that doesn't have to compete with someone to get a ball.
Oh, great goal there by Chris Peake. There was a foul on Eloise Taylor. And Eloise Taylor subbing off now.
Carl has now come on to chase, so Carl is clearly not in there. Is currently at least not in their rotation to seek. Giacomo's back on. What's that?
It's Chloe Kneebone with the ball.
Chloe and Amy at the back?
Oh, yeah, I think that's Amy Mello.
Yeah, Amy Mello at the back. Giacomo comes in, drives over, and dunks it over two people.
I think that's, like, something you need to be really cautious of is, like, Ben Hallen there for Queensland with the one bludger was standing behind hoops. And I think that leaves you really susceptible to someone just dunking on the front.
Yeah. You just as a beater, you just have to be mindful of that. That like, especially like, and that's a game situation of like, who are you playing? Who are you watching? Fast break coming through. Giacomo dribbling the ball for most of the way, and two-hand dunk in. Chris actually hadn't even tapped on. I think Chris is a bit upset.
Yeah, Chris Peake subbing for Josh Lindley.
Oh, no, Chris Peake subbing for Wallace Turner.
Oh, Wallace Turner, my apologies.
I think he went to, and he did a high five. He did give a high five to Lindley, but that's not the sub that was happening.
No. Caitlin Rapson with the ball. She's got Sam Chittenden with a Siri pass with her, and Wallace Turner running behind hoops. Looking for a big pass over to Wallace, but intercepted by Giacomo. Giacomo looking to make a fast break.
Oh, snap. Broom is going to kill that fast break.
Is this the second broom Giacomo's broken?
Yes. Is that, third. Third, I
really?
think. Because I think he's broken two that he was on, and he's broken one that someone else was on by tackling them.
Great.
So I think this is 3 for Giacomo.
I'm glad we bought like 70 brooms.
And a hoop. He's also broken a hoop. I think the QA is going to bill Giacomo later for all the structural damage that he's causing.
Absolutely.
But having said that, I think it's now 100-40, or is it 110? Pass goes over to Chloe. This is a bit too long.
It's 100-40.
Chloe's going to get beat there. Bludger's Coffel's going to get picked up. Giacomo is also beat, but gets the ball out. Goes to Sam Chittenden though. Carl trying to sweep in and trying to maybe potentially toss it out. In the meantime, snitches out. Eden trying first, but has been beat. Sam Chittenden coming in for the drive. Steps through 3 people to dunk it on the right wing. Kim going at it hard.
Eden also going
Oh, catch there.
Catch to Eden Hodge. Not sure if it was clean. He might have pushed the snitch over, but the refs are going to have a chat about it.
I think the only consideration there was the snitch sort of charged.
And we've had a few of those calls this weekend actually. One of our catchers got called no good because the snitch felt like they were charged. It is just, I think snitching's really hard and seeking's really hard.
Yeah.
It's not something I've ever taken up, and I don't intend to.
No, really? It's not the next thing for you?
No, it is definitely not the next. Yeah.
Once you've mastered beating, you want to come up with something else? Come on, Nicola.
No.
There's so much more to do in this sport.
I am not fast enough for seeking.
Catch has been called no good.
Perfect. Queensland still have an opportunity here to keep themselves in the game. A catch to Queensland here will put them back into a really, really good position to play overtime. Oh, huge tackle from Wallace Turner. Giacomo just steps.
Pass has been converted in the end after a bit of shuffling, a bit of hot potato, but has managed to. Oh, Kim nearly there. In the meantime, Queensland is coming up. Drives in, pass off to Sam Chittenden, pass back to Caitlin Turner. Shot is blocked, but the ball bounces back out to Wallace, who's been wrapped up. He's still trying, still on his feet. Giacomo being dragged along the floor, basically. Been told to release, wrapped up by 3 people. Caitlin's in there trying to get the ball out. I think Queensland's gonna kill this one and potentially set up defense again. Eden has a lot of time with the snitch by himself. He's managed to get the tag down.
Yeah, that looks like another catch to Eden Hodge.
I was very concerned Eden hit his head on the ground there.
Eden's known for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, right? Like, it looked like the dive and then he landed on the ground really hard.
Yeah, I think Eden was saying to me earlier today, they're like, I haven't got injured. Oh, no, they were saying they haven't got carded, but they had. Eden lied.
Wow. Just, it's New South Wales reps. I didn't see any foul play there unless there's something in the beater play. If the catch, I don't think it was,
yeah,
clean
catch
catch.
New South Wales.
That's the end of the game then. It's 130-50 for the Blue Bottles.
It was a good game. It was really nice to see Queensland play a competitive game. They were just out of range on score, but I thought if New South Wales Blue Bottles hadn't got those fast breaks where Queensland didn't have anybody back because they'd overcommitted on offense, the game would have been pretty even.
Yeah.
In terms of scoring on set offenses, it was pretty 50-50.
Yes, agreed, 100%. It was that thing of when whenever Queensland was going up against a set defense, Queensland felt like they were rushed enough that they would lead to a turnover that caused a fast break. Whereas on the flip side, New South Wales wasn't rushed in the same sense. So yeah, if they didn't score a goal, it wasn't a turnover that was leading to a fast break. It was just, we didn't score.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And then they were then able to set up a defense again and control the pace of the game. And then they were really the ones going, okay, now we can turn on the Jets. Now we can go fast break for fast break. Or now we can slow it down. Which is really showing for how young both of these teams really are. I understand that Queensland has, the likes of Lindley and Liz and a few other people who've been, and unfortunately Aaron and Nikki haven't been able to play this game.
Yeah.
But they've got the experience behind them, sure. But the rest of the team is still very, very new to the sport, very, very young in their Quidditch careers. Whereas Blue Bottles, effectively, I would say, in terms of time played, their oldest player is Benjamin Pinto,
who's been playing forever.
It's I don't remember. He started in UNSW Snipes on a Plane, which a team that hasn't existed in 4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I can't remember the last time UNSW Snipes on a Plane was a team. But the point being,
it was definitely pre-COVID.
Yeah, 100%. It was pre-COVID. But the experience there isn't necessarily the same level. Because even sure, Benji's been playing for a very long time, but Benji hasn't been playing at the state level or above for a very long time.
I think Queensland have had a rough weekend.
Yes.
They've had some injuries. I think losing Aaron Sybil really, yesterday, has really hurt them. He's their coach, but on field he's definitely one of their key leaders and their most experienced beater. And I think that having him out with a knee injury has been really detrimental to Queensland's chances. I think it's meant there's some positives on this.
Sure.
Queensland's beaters have definitely had to step up in Aaron's absence.
Yes.
But with Aaron, I think they would have been able to go a little more toe-to-toe with some of the top beaters on the other teams.
Yes, agreed. Absolutely. It's also the fact that, sure, someone's stepping up in Aaron's absence, but whoever Aaron was partnering with now has to play differently.
Yes.
To what they were potentially training for. And that makes a difference. Whoever Aaron was partnered with potentially will, you're training to play alongside Aaron. Aaron plays in what I like to call controlled chaos kind of way. I don't think there's another beater who plays the same way. Regardless of whatever quality there are, on Queensland there's no other beater who plays the same way.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And that makes a difference. That makes a difference to how, how Aisha is potentially going to play, how Michaela is going to play, how whoever Aaron was primarily partnered with, how they were going to actually be behaving on field. It's unfortunate that Queensland's kind of gone through this tournament without a single win. I think there's still a lot of positives to take for individual players at least, and overall team structure as well. Because they're a team I think on the rise. They had a really good last state shield where they finished second. But that team was widely different to what this team is.
Yeah.
Some of their experienced veterans who've taken a step back from Quidditch, and some people who've changed teams. But I think overall still positive from the whole experience, from the entire weekend. I hope that they take it that way, and hope next year when Queensland comes around, they're now challenging again for that third spot, or even the second spot, or the first spot even if they can. But yeah, let's see what they do next. We'll see a lot of these people again at AQCC.
Yep.
I think that's the next thing that's up as our national comp, which will be late November, early December. And yeah, I think Blue Bottles. I think that I would say they're pretty much everything's a positive for Blue Bottles at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Finishing second, having a good win here against Queensland. I think Blue Bottles are pretty happy with their performance this weekend.
Yeah, they should be. They should go back home very happy at having achieved pretty much everything they could have.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
potentially overachieved, I would say.
I
To an
would
extent.
say so too.
Yeah. I know, set a high goal and achieved it. Let's go with that one.
Perfect. Well, we'll wrap up here. Up next, we have the Victorian Leadbeaters versus the New South Wales Blue Tongues. Another game that doesn't mean anything, but we're here to play it because it's hopefully going to be competitive and hopefully have some fun.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to end
high
our
quality
day
Quidditch.
too early, and we wanted to give the viewers something more to sink their teeth into. So thank you so much for joining us. We will be back shortly.
Thanks, team.